Hello, I'm Coach Bev, and I am coming to you from Regal Awakening Educational Coaching Services. I coach you as you coach your children into reaching their goals, using the knowledge and skills that I have gained as a parent and veteran educator. And with that being said, today we are going to add to our Who's Who in Your Child's School playlist. The first one was the bus driver when I'm discussing the, ins and outs of the bus driver. Bus drivers are more important than we give them credit for. Everybody that your child comes into contact with on their way to school, on their way from school, and in between makes a significant impact in their lives. And school bus drivers are no different. You may look at it as just a ride to school, but it is so much more. The school bus driver is the first teacher that your kids come into contact with daily. Not only are they responsible for the safe transportation of your children, but they have to also manage the environment on the bus. This video is going to be about the principal. Now, when we think about the principal of a school, the first thing that comes to mind is disciplinarian. That is the first thing that you think of. That is the first thing that you see. The person that handles the discipline in the school. They are the head disciplinarian. Now, some of us parents may think about the time when our principals could spank us. If you ever lived back in that time, the principal had privileges to bend you over the desk and paddle you, give you two or three good licks. Of course, they had to call and get permission from your mom, but parents were geared more towards it takes a village to raise a child back then. So, of course, the principal would more than likely get permission to lay those licks on your bottom. So, yes, we used to get paddlings back in the days. I know back I've heard other stories where they used to beat them on the hands with rulers, even back in the 50s and 60s. So of course the laws of the schools have changed. But with that being said, we all think about the principal as a disciplinarian. But I am here to tell you that there are more sides to being a principal than just the disciplinarian. The first side of a principal that I have noticed in my many, many years of education is that principals have an extraordinary gift of handling very large amounts of stress. Okay? They they handle it. I don't know how they handle it, but they handle it without exploding, let's per se. And the level of stress that they have to endure is high. You are responsible for every single individual in the building, not just the students. I just have to worry about the students. Okay, I just have to worry about the students. Me and the staff, we do what we do. The principal has to worry about the students, the teachers, the janitorial staff, the buses, the lunches, the money of the school. And of course, nothing is ever going to flow just as it seems. So, the first one of the key things that I have noticed about principals is that they have a great ability of managing holding the stress in and exploding. I don't know if they're managing it, but I've never seen one explode. Thank you, Jesus. A principal is also the supporter of her staff. And when I say that, I mean that the principal is going to Help a teacher to grow if they need to grow. Most new teachers I've seen where new teachers get the head principal to do their evaluations. Now, I've been in that position before. Twice at two different schools, actually, you get the head principal because they handle the beginning teachers. Because if they need to be shaped, then that head principal is going to give them strategies on what they need to do to grow into being a master teacher, right? So they support their staff in that manner. And also, let's just say that if a parent calls up to the school, this parent is upset, the parent wants to have a meeting with the principal. There's going to be a meeting with you, the principal, the parent. The principal is going to support his teachers. I've seen a lot of parents get mad and upset. I've had friends. The principal didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. Not in front of you. They didn't do anything in front of you. But the principal did take care of the situation with that teacher. But they typically put up, a united front. They're going to support their staff. It wouldn't look good to have a principal that didn't support their staff. So never ever expect the principal to just get in the office with you and another teacher and just you and the parent for the team up on the teacher. It's you and the principal gonna team up on the principal on the scratch that. Don't ever expect to go into a meeting and think that you and the principal are going to team up on the teacher. A good supportive principal would never do that. They support their teachers at all given times. And that is one great character trait that I have noticed in every principal that I have sat under. All right. Principal also has a great amount of discretion. They have the ability to be discreet. They know so many things about so many people in their building. Could you imagine if the principal was a gossip? They know what happened. You talk to your principal. They know about different situations that may occur, private situations that occur in your life. And they are discreet. And sometimes they help you to work through some of those things, depending on who the administrator is. They also help their staff in, if they have to speak for their staff or do different things. So they are very discreet and trustworthy. If you are ever under a principal that does not have the gift of discretion, another great gift that I have noticed that principals have, and it never ceases to amaze me, is their ability to problem solve. They can come up with some ideas so quick and just make you say, they really are expert negotiators. Um, they have the ability to help you look at things from a completely different angle. And if you are listening, you could possibly learn something. It is also very important that a principal have the ability to help you maintain professionalism in some instances when you wouldn't have otherwise done so. A principal can kind of give you a little snap back, bring you back to normal. You get ready to go and the principal can, and then you'll snap out of it and get back into your professionalism. A great principal has the ability to help you to work through um, a moment or two that you may have in that area as well. I would like to end the video on this note by saying that they are some of the hardest working people in the school. They really are. Depending on the type of school that the principal is stationed at, discipline may be a very um, highly reoccurring situation. If the principal is in the school and there is a lot of discipline that needs to be dealt with on a daily basis. I have seen principals just run and run and never hardly get any breaks. And then don't forget, once you get each child, you got to have a discussion with them. It's just mentally draining. Um, but they are relentless in their pursuit of trying to get the best out of every student. And that is why I say that they are relentless. And then they have to sit down and try to come up with all different types of discipline plans and how are they going to do this and how are we going to get this done. And it is a lot. So I would like to give my hats off to all of the principals that have taken this major undertaking. Um, it is a great job. I would assume if that is what you love, it is definitely not something that I would do if I was not in love with it. Hats off to all of the principals that take up the baton to work with and lead the flock. Just to lead the flock, that is quite an amazing undertaking. So, Coach Bev would like to just say hats off to all of the principals. And when I say principals, I do not exclude the vice principals as well, because the vice principals are going to get it just like the principals. All right. So, I include them with the principal as well. All right. If you like the content of the video, hit like and subscribe. If you subscribe, you will get all of my videos as soon as I post them. If you have a comment, please feel free to leave one. I can be found online at www.regalawakening.com. You can also book me for coaching sessions if you would like to have a session with your student or just you. I'm available. And you can also catch me on Facebook and Instagram by the same name. I am Coach Bev. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.